Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's lovely to see you. This is Token Gamer, and with the Nintendo Switch's reveal a few weeks ago, we saw that there were new characters in Mario Kart 8 and item stacking, and we also saw new gear and animations in Splatoon. So that got me thinking, if there was a Smash Bros. For Nintendo Switch, whether it's a port or somewhat of a sequel or whatever, new characters isn't too far out of the realm of possibilities. So, with all that being said, this is Token Gamer's top 10 characters for Smash. Let's get into it. Number 10. First up on the list is Sylux, a character from Metroid Prime series. This character hates both Samus and the Federation, and I don't think it's been explained yet as to why. And at the end of Metroid Prime Federation Force, there's a little cliffhanger after the credits that seems to feature him, so I feel like he's an important character, and the Metroid franchise needs another representative, and I feel like he would be a great one, and not just another Samus. Number 9. Next up on the list is Black Shadow. This one is a bit much and probably won't happen, but bear with me. I strongly believe that Smash needs more villains and that F-Zero deserves more representation. Black Shadow, to me, is an obvious choice. As for his moveset, well, that's the bit much part I mentioned earlier. See, when I look at Black Shadow, I see him being a dark, slower, and more powerful version of Captain Falcon. Thus, I propose giving Ganondorf's current moveset to Black Shadow, since that'd make more sense anyways, and give Ganondorf a brand new moveset that more accurately represents his character. And they can explain this in a Smash Direct or something. That way, F-Zero gets more representation, Ganondorf mains can still have that moveset, and Ganondorf can be more accurately represented. Unlikely, I know, but a man can dream, right? Number 8. Next, we've got Takamaru from the mysterious Murasame Castle. Takamaru is from the Famicom/NES era and has been considered multiple times as a playable character in Smash by Sakurai, but later scrapped due to lack of popularity or something. If you ask me, that's more reason for him to be included. It wouldn't be the first time an exclusively Japanese Nintendo IP was included in the roster, and it boosted their popularity immensely. So I suggest that we go ahead and add Takamaru to the roster, introduce him to Western audiences, and boost his popularity, and maybe someday he can get a new game. Number 7. Mike Jones, aka the Joneser, is the protagonist of the Star Tropics franchise. Star Tropics is another Nintendo franchise from the NES era, only this one wasn't exclusively in Japan, and it has 2 games in this series, so I feel that his chances are a little better than Takamaru's. With the amount of variety of items Mike collects in each dungeon, his moveset would certainly set him apart from other characters on the roster. This fan art is based on his outfit in the second game, which I would use, but I feel like he should have an alternate skin based on his appearance in the first game. Number 6. Cuneo from the River City Ransom and Cuneo-kun series games. I doubt he'll make it, but I love the idea of a pure brawler with no kind of powers or anything. The many skills you can purchase and learn from the book and mystery shops gives him more than enough options for a diverse moveset. I imagine him being a slower, less powerful, more capable in the air version of Little Mac, with a completely different moveset. I can see his final smash having something to do with his dodgeball skills. Number 5. Here we have Vaati the Wind Mage. Vaati is my favorite Zelda villain and the second most recurring one, topped by Ganon himself. Vaati's backstory is also my favorite villain backstory in the Zelda universe. I feel that a second Zelda villain isn't too unheard of, and Vaati would play differently than the other Zelda reps. He should be made in the same art style as Toon Link and could even serve as his villain counterpart. I know Vaati isn't the most known Zelda character, but I still feel like he deserves some Smash love.
Number 4.
Next, we've got Isaac from the Golden Sun series. Honestly, I don't know why Isaac hasn't made it as a playable character yet. He has loads of support, and Golden Sun is a really good franchise. Isaac has made it onto pretty much all of my Smash wish lists so far. He has Earth Adept powers, small elementals called Jin to assist him, and even summons he can use for Final Smash. Then, of course, he has his sword for his basic attacks. Golden Sun deserves more representation than an assist trophy, or, more recently, an audio track.
Number 3.
The perfect representative of the Rhythm Heaven franchise, Karate Joe. In my opinion, of course. As you can see by how high he is on my list, I want him in the roster very badly. I love rhythm games, and Rhythm Heaven is Nintendo's rhythm game. It's pretty popular as well, and I feel like Karate Joe would fit right in. This picture I found on Google illustrates pretty much exactly how I envisioned his moveset. However, I think his final smash should somehow involve some of the other Rhythm Heaven characters.
Number 2.
When Smash 4 first came out, I knew Inklings could never make the roster due to how new they were. However, now that Splatoon has become such a success, and it's being brought over to the Switch, I think the Inklings have earned their spot. I even thought of an interesting moveset that got me hyped for the character. Their aerial, side, and down smash could all be the Ink Brush. Their neutral attack could be the Splatter Shot with limited ink, and you'd have to run around a little bit while it refills, or it can just be the Splatter Shot in general. That'll be fine, as long as it doesn't it's not too OP. Their up smash could be the Slosher, which could do a little bit of damage to the people in front of you as well. The neutral special could be the Charger. You have to hold it a little bit to get the maximum damage. Forward special, well, side special I should say, can be the Splat Bomb, which it will hit you and do damage, make you flinch and everything, and then it'll wait a little bit before it actually explodes, and it has a little bit of spread damage. But yeah, the down special I see as the Roller, and I thought of it in more depth, and I'm thinking that it would be a whole little combo of you slamming the Roller down, some ink sprays forward, and then you run a little bit, like a couple of steps, and then you swing it upward to launch them. And it sounds like an OP combo, but if they happen to read your move, because it'll take a little bit to set up, then they can jump behind you, and the whole time you're running forward and finishing the combo off, you'll be wide open. So that's how you could counter that and make it a little less OP. And then of course the up and B, the recovery, would be the Squid Jump, which I feel like it would work whether it does damage or not. I think it should do damage, but it's whatever. And then finally, for their final smash, I like the idea of the Kraken being the final smash, because it's not too OP as opposed to the rest of the moveset that I came up with, but I like the Kraken the best. I feel like it fits Smash, but I feel like the Killer Whale, the Air Strike, or the Inkzooka would also be good options.
It is time for number 1. It's so beautiful.
Last but certainly not least, we have the mighty Shovel Knight. I tried not to give a third-party character the top spot on my list, but I couldn't help it. Sakurai loves icon characters, and in my opinion, Shovel Knight is the indie game icon. Not only is it an amazing game with amazing music and controls, and still has more content coming to it in the future, but the journey it has made as an indie game is reason enough. To start off as a download-only indie game and go on to becoming a multi-platform game with physical copies and extended content is no small feat. Not to mention, Shovel Knight is the first third-party character to receive his own amiibo, which is a big deal. Shovel Knight has made appearances in other indie games, so I'm sure he can visit the world of Smash. I also thought of another moveset for him. basically his regular attacks and aerials, that's all shovel based. But his recovery up special, of course, would probably be the propeller dagger. His side and B could be the dust knuckles, but I feel like it should either be a combo of a couple of punches forward, or you just keep pushing it to keep going forward, but it has to be limited in some way, and it has to be more than just a powered up punch. So they can make that work in some way. So either the dust knuckles or the I forgot what it's called, but the little platform that he summons that goes forward. It's one of those two for the side of B. His neutral special could either be the fire wand or the chaos bubble or the coin, alchemy coin I believe it's called. Any of those little projectiles that just fly forward. But my favorite of all of them would be the anchor. I think the anchor, because it goes up in an arc and then comes down and it can hit hard, that would be my choice for his neutral B. His down special, I can't see anything other than the fishing hook. Some people think that should be how he grabs people. The fishing hook is supposed to be heavy though, and it's supposed to carry a lot of weight. And even in his own game, it takes a long time to set up. So I feel like if you use that, it should work pretty much like Villager's bowling ball. And you can edge guard with it. You can hit people with it if they're stunned or anything. I think it should be the fishing hook, and I think that would be perfect. He has a moveset that would fit right in. He's a character that would fit right in. He's been around. People have visited his games, not from Nintendo, but it makes sense to me. And if there was any of these characters to be in the game, I think I would be most excited to play as him.